Hello and welcome to another episode of the Education on the Budget. I'm your host, Love, my co-host.
Trying to say,
Today we're going to talk about something interesting. We need to make sure the eyes are open to what's going on in the world, representing and acknowledging the changes, unnecessary changes. But why do we have to work around low-income bases? Why can't we just have one step grade across the board? We were talking about, I was talking how gas should be 99 cents a gallon. Hey, you talking about your dad's pay stub for $20-some, 40-some hours, $20-some, but we were able to make it.
see, and then and then the thing is, I was noticing that the deductibles that was coming out, he was showing me like how to, like they phone bills was $20. They like,
You talking about household phone bills?
yeah, they rent was $150. So you really paying less than $200, and that was just a check that he had just had from a specific place. Like, can you imagine? And I'm thinking like all of the stuff I was seeing, even this morning, I was seeing stuff this morning. I'm like, can you imagine making 100K in the year 2000 in the same pay stub it was showing me? So if you getting three something after the deductible of taxes, and all your bills is under $50,
You said. Like
you got all this money, all this room, less stress. You ain't got to spend more hours doing this and that and the third. And I'm just like,
I wonder what happened in the evolution of our lives that it became so complacent that we don't care about the price of stuff going up. It's like I remember gas,
even though it's tagging our ass.
and people stress about it all the time. You can't make enough money to buy bills. You can't have enough money to buy food. You don't have enough money. Rent now is $3,000 for a 3 bedroom. I saw it. People almost
And
always
it's gonna get worse. It can change always. Like it can change
but
tomorrow.
it takes a commonality of people wanting to do better and people actually following through and doing better. Nobody wants to they don't want to put the effort in or put the effort out there and say, yes, we're going to stop doing this till we get something better. We can't come together and just say, we're not going to pay it because then we put out in the street.
And see now, because that is a formula I've always thought that will work. Because I was like, damn, if they don't nobody pay their car insurance, don't nobody pay it ain't shit that they gonna be able to do about it. Because what the fuck you gonna do? Repossess everybody's shit? Y'all not doing it. Because it's gonna be too alarming of a scale. And then it's like certain things they don't risk doing. Like just like I tell you, most people don't understand by them not doing their own due diligence, by them not following that light for them. They don't understand that a record label will offer music artists just to get money from them, especially if the music artist did outsmarted them, like Michael Jackson did. Y'all trying to play with that nigga.
Or the rapper that made himself on top 10 billboards without a label.
You talking about Tory Lanez?
No, not Tory Lanez, another guy, licensed guy. He does these Kit Kat commercials. Licensed guy, did Kit Kat commercials that he did. Made his commercials. I can't remember his name. I don't know his name. I'm not a rapper.
What?
He did the Kit Kat.
Yeah, but what like?
What I'm saying, he made himself well known without the backing financially of record labels.
Yes, and they don't like that because that means that you can have influence, and influence I learned is over money.
They want to dominate the influence.
Yeah. Because if you got influence and no money, you can influence yourself into money. You can influence yourself and add to other things. There's plenty of things in history where people who had literally nothing and rose to power. At the 48 Laws of Power book, we talking about shit like that. These people that was nobody knew who they was. They go in there, Kamala. Nobody know who you is. You over here, you sleep your way to the top, and then all of a sudden, all of these photos coming out of you being with this politician, this politician, this politician. Not to say that she was with every, yeah. But what I'm saying is that's how. What I'm saying is these photos that we were seeing back in the early 2000s, mid 2000s. It's just like Joe Biden. People don't realize Joe Biden been in the for years since my dad was young.
But don't nobody pay attention to Kat.
Yeah, I mean, y'all changing presidencies and vice president is y'all changing the president and vice president, but I don't see these people that's been sitting in the seat since my grandfather was my age. Like, what the fuck is going on?
It's really back to the point we were talking about last time. Why people don't actually do something about it? They want to talk about it, complain about it. Why not do something about it? The more people did something about it, we have less stress because a lot of people out there trying to promote themselves.
Which can go back to the topic of promoting.
A friend of mine that lived here who wanted me to help him get elected to an office. And because he was an underdog, I was all behind it because he was same-sex loving person, but his views and point were what people complain about all the time. he could have brought it to the forefront, but nobody wanted. Nobody
No,
wanted to.
matter of fact, I told y'all just like, especially in the black community, when you talk with too much sense, they cast you out, and then they throw labels onto it to try to skew the way that you see this person. Meanwhile, they accept people that destroys the community
Because they're used to that. They're used to that.
and that's what I had to realize, that it's like I'm fighting against.
No matter what we do or what we say, they're going to think of what they want to think, which is why they can vote how they want to vote.
And that's exactly what leads me to why. That's why, because I did vote and I was a voter, but then I'm like, I just felt, I'm gonna just tell you what it was, and my view may change in the near future. You never know. But my thing was, I just noticing how like it's like, what am I doing this for? It's like I'm putting myself through this process every time. Then I started noticing something too. I'm like, I'm going to the polls like everybody else, but then when they having a mayor, they don't want to like
Announce it.
they don't they not like there's no big
Outpour of it.
yeah or energy. I don't see that same energy for the
The lower house, lower position.
yeah, when these things affect your city around you. Like if you tired of people not cutting their grass, if you tired of people letting their grass go above a certain
Like people complain about water after a certain time because they're using up the water of the city.
yeah, or like some kind of ordinance. Okay, so come out with something. And then y'all want to make money, so y'all trying to give out tickets and shit, all this over dumbass shit. Why don't you put out city ordinance? Like if you stand in Rochester, your grass can't go past a certain amount of length. Warren like that too, but they don't enforce it in certain areas. So what I'm saying is, if Detroit wants some, or a city in general, if y'all trying to look for some revenue, you can do some shit like that just by charging people for
People start complaining about that. They don't want their money for that.
right. But and that's my thing. But that's true, because I don't think we should be paying for shit anyway. Like paying for water is crazy to me.
Water
Paying for
should be
this
free.
is crazy to me. All of these things are like unnecessary and just slave labor. Because then you got to think about how much stuff you spend on water, on certain things that's supposed to be free. That stuff goes along to the other side of things. And my thing is, man, I think it incentivizes people to get to like, black people hate incentives that make them take responsibility for shit.
They don't want accountability.
So, oh, why y'all gotta have a city? I gotta pay this because I want to cut your motherfucking grass.
Then we think it's affordable for that accessibility.
And that's the thing. It be things, all type of stuff around to assist you or to give you some kind of help. They don't even take the help. They don't
Like, I
even
know
take
we
the
walk
help.
in the neighborhood, saw a guy the other day with a shovel on the street. Some my mother used to have a little kid hustling, shoveling snow just to make money. But that's a benefit for your neighborhood. If you got somebody in your neighborhood that wants to cut grass, give them
I
guy
ain't-
$10.
I ain't
to
even
cut
think
grass.
about that.
But it is crazy. They make it seem like it's so hard to get out there and do something. But you want the little kids to go out there and do it, make money off of it. But you're not teaching them anything when they come back to do other things.
And this is a point that is what I'm tired of with the arrogance, to piggyback off what you're saying, because thank you for bringing that up. So I would probably remember about maybe 2024, early 2024, whatever. I remember about just with the whole thing with DoorDash, right? So I was doing, so me, I do a lot of research, and then my intuition just direct me to certain things at certain times. So it was around that time where certain things was like, I just tried this out, not because of shortcomings on money. I was like, let me try this out and see what this is about. So this is when, and I'm talking about DoorDash. And I just did it then because I was like, wait a second. I'm looking at the process. And then when I actually went and do it, I'm like, I ain't even go nowhere. How you doing? I ain't even go nowhere. And I got this much money. And then it was instant. Like, as soon as I did the delivery, I got the money. And then I'm like, damn. How many times I can do this at certain times, at certain peak hours, and certain incentives where I can get, at certain times, at certain peak times where I can get certain accounts of money. I'm like, how much would I be able to get from this?
And it's
But my
just
point
benefit.
is, people on social media started like talking hella shit about like DoorDash. I'm like, oh no, you doing this, but then you talking to a nigga that's doing DoorDash. You talking to somebody, and it's like,
That's money. That's
But
income.
the people that I'm watching that's making these statuses, you have nothing.
I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna say something. Go back. Yeah. I was like, go around. You can get on camera right there. But we're gonna cut that out. He was aware of it. Why she couldn't be aware of it? I'm gonna tell her about it too. You could have walked in the pool and went out to the end if you wanted to start down there. I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna tell her. I'm laughing.
Yeah, too, by the way.
I found it at the gym. I thought it was an arm. I like no one put it on the head. Fuck that.
But I can see how you would think it's with the arm though, because
I had one from my arm. I'm covering my tattoo.
Because I just know about it because my brother wear them all the time.
Okay.
So, but I said I like to say this because it's like I'm just watching people who like. I'm gonna just put it to you exactly how it's on my mind. So these people will be struggling, right? And they're not struggling because something was done to them, or even if something is done to you, you have to rise above whatever it is because everybody's responsible for themselves, regardless of what you think and what you feel. That's how it is. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, I was just seeing that like the mentality play out in front of me is my whole